My name is Matthew Dunn. I'm a partner at Carter, Ledyard & Milburn, and a member of the firm's Cybersecurity and Data Privacy Group. In our previous two videos, we provided a general overview of the key provisions of the New York SHIELD Act and penalties thereunder, as well as a summary of recent enforcement activity by New York regulators. In this video, part 4 in our series, my colleague Jeremy Steckel, a fellow member of the firm's Cybersecurity and Data Privacy Group, and a member of the Tax-Exempt Organizations Practice Group, will cover the role and responsibility of officers and directors in ensuring compliance and best practices for nonprofit organizations in the area of cyber and data privacy.
So a common question we get is, what should board members know about their fiduciary duties as it relates to cybersecurity and data privacy? Well, nonprofits are collecting more and more sensitive information these days, whether it's donor information, credit card information, health information for populations that they serve, or other personal information. And we're also hearing about innovative data sharing arrangements among coalitions of nonprofits and governmental entities. So cybersecurity and data privacy is critical to protecting the assets of the organization, to building and maintaining the public trust, to the success of programs, and to compliance with law, and therefore it's a board level issue. Directors and officers are fiduciaries of the organizations they manage. They owe a duty of care, a duty of loyalty, and in New York, a duty of obedience. These fiduciary duties and legal standards really don't change. The challenge is applying them to new contexts like cybersecurity and data privacy. And this implicates the duty of care, so we're focused on that for this presentation. The duty of care requires directors to act in good faith and with ordinary diligence, care, and skill, to attempt in good faith to assure that a corporate information and reporting system, which the board has concluded is adequate, exists. In other words, internal controls. So what do we mean by internal controls in the context of cybersecurity and data privacy? Are there competent experts and adequate systems in place to protect the organization? If there was a data breach, are there systems and reporting structures in place to catch it? Would you find out about it as a director, and how? And when you do find out about it, don't ignore red flags. Be proactive and take corrective action. Now, the New York SHIELD Act, which my colleague Brielle Kilmartin summarized in a prior video, took effect in 2020, and it provides an excellent checklist for boards to follow. It requires organizations to have reasonable administrative, technical, and physical safeguards in place, and the law actually provides examples of each. So I encourage boards to review it with counsel and with their Chief Information Security Officer. Now, in exercising a director's duty of care, reasonable reliance on committees, on management, and outside professionals is generally fine, and it's to be expected. But it's reasonable reliance, not blind reliance. So this means delegation with oversight and reporting back to the board. It's important that the board vets privacy and security agents and experts for competence. The board needs to read the reports that they produce and follow up on questions raised by the material presented or that seems to be omitted from reports that they present. The bottom line here is that if all a director knows about a report is its conclusion, that director is not acting in good faith or with the required level of diligence. So you really need to kick tires. The message here is to get involved. Pay attention to developments. It's no longer okay to simply say as a director, well, I'm not a tech person, so someone else will handle it. In my mind, that would be like a board member saying, I'm not a CPA, so I don't need to read the audit report. So another question clients often ask us is, how can boards build cybersecurity and data privacy into governance structures and documents? So let me provide some practical tips. First of all, I think it's really important to decide as an organization, will the full board oversee cybersecurity and data privacy, or will it be delegated to a committee to oversee? And if to a committee, will it be an existing committee like the audit committee, or a new cybersecurity and data privacy committee? And once this decision has been made, document this. So that may be documenting it in the committee's charter, or in the board resolutions or bylaw provisions establishing the committee, but write it down somewhere. And make sure there's regular reporting back to the board by these committees and also by management and outside experts. Number 2, put it on the board agenda. Consider making cybersecurity and data privacy a standing agenda item for board meetings, or every other board meeting, or even quarterly board meetings. And during that time, the board could discuss any actual issues facing the organization. It could receive updates from committees or experts who are overseeing cybersecurity and data privacy. And importantly, use board meeting minutes to demonstrate and document the board's reasonable consideration and diligence around cybersecurity and data privacy issues. This is a way to protect yourselves against future claims by third parties or regulators that the board members breached their fiduciary duties or were asleep at the wheel when it came to cybersecurity and data privacy matters. And finally, cover cybersecurity and data privacy matters in your board manual and trainings. And in that regard, it's really important to develop an incident response plan detailing how the organization will respond to a cybersecurity breach or other data incident, and make sure that board members have a copy and understand how to use it. And finally, is it necessary for nonprofit boards to have a director who's a cybersecurity expert? The answer is generally no, but more and more boards are seeking members with expertise or at least interest in cybersecurity issues. But regardless, board members do need to be well informed enough to ensure adequate systems are in place and that competent professionals and vendors are hired where necessary.
Thanks, Jeremy. That was great. We hope that you find this video informative and helpful. For more information about Carter Ledyard and its cybersecurity and data privacy group, about the content discussed in this video, or if you have questions or need assistance, see our website at www.clm.com and contact us.